Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, back again with another Ask Lee video Q&A. And today's question, sent in through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding training app. I tend to take a lot of these Ask Lee questions through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding training app. There's a whole Ask Lee section built into the app. So if you want to kind of increase your chances of getting your very own dedicated Ask Lee Q&A, a video dedicated to you, download the app. It's an ethical bribe on my behalf to download the app. Best $2 you'll ever spend. Anyway, today's question was sent in through Upsilon11. And it says, some people say you shouldn't eat or take anything after you work out for 1 hour to keep the fat burning effect. What do you think about that? When it comes to pre and post-workout nutrition, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It really depends on the individual and what they're training for, their body type, their nutritional program. I mean, there's a lot of variables that come into play when it comes to structuring a nutrition plan. And you're going to hear different things. You're going to hear some advanced bodybuilders say, I have, a post-workout shake and I have this food or this drink or these supplements post-workout. You're going to have somebody else say, I don't take a darn thing post-workout. Somebody else is going to probably say, I eat these foods post-workout or whatever. You're going to hear different opinions and different strategies, and it's not so much that one is right or wrong. It's just that there are different ways to skin a cat. There's different ways to build your body. So when it comes to these different pre- and post-workout nutrition strategies, take them all with a grain of salt. And what I mean by that is don't, think that, oh, I'm screwing up because Joe Blow is doing something different, because Jane Blow is doing something different again. Everybody has their own little way of going about it. Now, to kind of give you my take on it, and again, take my opinion with a grain of salt, because again, this is just my opinion. Someone else may have a different one. But when you're training for fat loss, ideally, you should tip the scales in favor of fat loss. I mean, when you look at your bodybuilding nutrition, we're constantly juggling muscle building and fat burning. And there's times when you're in a mass building bulking phase that you want to tip the scale in favor of bulking up. So you consume a caloric surplus, you do things that are going to optimize your muscle growth, but in doing so, you may increase your risk of gaining a little bit of body fat. That's kind of inevitable. I mean, if you gain a lot of muscular body weight, chances are some of that weight is going to be a little bit excess body fat. Vice versa, when you are training for fat loss, it's a good idea to tip the scales in favor of fat loss. So, okay, instead of being bulking, we're going to be in a caloric deficit. We're going to tip the scale in favor of fat loss and do what we can to aid in fat loss, even if it means that we may sacrifice a little bit of lean muscle mass in the process. Now, I'm not saying you purposely try to get fat when you're bulking, or that you purposely try to lose muscle when you're cutting, but it's just inevitable that if you take either one to a significant level, if you actually push yourself when bulking or push yourself when cutting, it's kind of inevitable that you may gain some fat when bulking and lose some muscle when cutting. It's just the way it is. So, getting back to this whole pre- and post-workout thing, to maximize your gains when bulking up, you should have some sort of nutrition post-workout to replenish what you just lost through your training, to help spike your insulin levels, and to shuttle protein and carbohydrates into your depleted muscle cells to optimize that muscle building environment. Now, in doing so, you're going to shut off some of the fat burning of the workout. Because, I mean, once you spike your insulin levels through, simple carbs and protein post-workout, that's going to spike your insulin, and that's going to kind of shut off some fat burning. If you didn't have anything post-workout, you're going to have all your metabolic hormones elevated from working out. Your growth hormone levels are high. And if you continue that, if you continue to fast post-workout, I mean, when I say fast, I just mean don't eat right away. Wait an hour, as you mentioned in your question. If you did that, then for that hour, your body is going to be burning calories at an elevated rate. You've just spiked your metabolism, you've depleted yourself through the training, and you're burning calories at an elevated rate, where do those calories come from? They have to come from your body's own reserves, meaning stored body fat. So you will actually tip the scale in favor of maximum fat loss if you did wait that extra hour after training before eating. So that's the way I go about it. When I'm bulking, I will have the post-workout shake, you know, the typical high-protein, simple carb post-workout shake. If I am training for fat loss, trying to cut down, then I will skip that and just wait an hour after my workout and have my next solid food meal. Now, I can hear the peanut gallery now, the comments coming in from the people who didn't watch this far in the video. Well, Lee, you're going to lose muscle mass if you don't have a post-workout shake. One thing that you can do to help keep your body in an anabolic state while you are training and to kind of prevent muscle loss is to consume branched-chain amino acids before and during your workouts. And by having some BCAAs, branched-chain amino acids, it's not going to elevate your, change like your caloric intake, meaning, you know, 5 to 10 grams of BCAAs. There's not a lot of calories there, there's no sugar in it, so it's not going to, you know, wreak havoc or spike your insulin and throw things off like that. But it is going to be providing some rapidly digestible, fast-absorbing amino acids that your body can use to help prevent it from breaking down your lean muscle tissue to get those amino acids. So taking BCAAs during your hard weight training workouts, especially when you are on a fat loss cutting cycle, can help you maintain your lean mass while you're losing body fat. So that's the way I personally go about it. Bulking, again, just a quick recap. Bulking, go ahead, have your post-workout shake or whatever post-workout nutrition. Cutting, skip the post-workout nutrition, skip the post-workout shake. Make sure to take BCAAs during your actual workout and wait an hour or so after training before having your next scheduled solid food meal. There, that's the way I would go about it. If you have a different strategy and you find that it works for you, feel free to share it. Hey, I'm open here. I'm not claiming to be the be-all, end-all of you know, bodybuilding, nutrition, or anything like that. So if you have some strategies that work well for you, hey, share them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you do and how it works for you. So you can go ahead, do that, share your feedback. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. I don't care, do whatever. But make sure to stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care, over and out.